they'd have frozen the pond in front of me. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, President Weingartner, Chancellor Cuthbertson, and graduates of 2008. Thank you very much for this honor. I am humbled to stand before you today. You know, I first tried to get into the University of Calgary in 1973. The powers that be were still trying to decide if they were sold on a hockey program at that time. They decided to put prospective players and the coach to the test and gathered us in a room for an academic tryout. The first skill testing question came. What is 3 times 7? 21, I answered. The head coach jumped up. He said, wait, give him one more chance. And that was the end of my university career. So I decided to play a little hockey instead. 16 years later, 1 Stanley Cup, memories to last a lifetime. Who could ask for anything more? Let's talk about building a legacy, your legacy. What you leave behind for others to remember you by, that of your history. A legacy to me is built in small increments. It's an everyday thing. It's the way you live your life, the way you treat the world, those in it, and the world itself. Our legacy needs to be to leave a more gentle footprint than has been left for us. As the world changes, we need to change with it and our way of thinking. Your legacy is yours to build. You can make your own guidelines, but this is something that you might want to think about, and that is to honor the past, to understand the present, and then embrace the future. When you know where you're going, you certainly have a much better chance of getting there. It is important to set a goal, yes, but you need to visualize that goal as well, and what you need to take you there. One thing I learned from a very early age is that life is teamwork. Whether you're playing a team sport, or working towards a cure for a disease, or starting a small business, it all takes teamwork. You may not always be working on the same goal, but it takes a team to make that happen. I often speak to groups that aren't conventional teams as we know it. And I use these pencils as my prop. When you work as an individual, and I did ask Dr. Warren if he would help me with this, and I asked him who was the strongest person in the room, and he said, well, of course I am. So I would ask him if he could possibly break the pencil. It's interesting that there are 24 pencils left in this pack. It takes 24 players to win the Stanley Cup. And when you bond together and work together on a common goal, and everyone is pulling in the same direction, whether you're the power play, the penalty killing, that star defenseman that leads the rush, or the guy that doesn't get a whole lot of credit, but he blocks 4 shots just to get the puck out of his end. It takes everyone to make a team successful. What is important here is to remember that every part of the group plays an important role. No matter how small, it all builds to the strength of the team. Another part of that teamwork is passion. Passion has nothing to do with a clever line or a slick slogan. It's a sense of excitement and a fire in your belly Passion is burning the midnight oil. It is doing the unexpected. Passion is your positive attitude in a world that tends to be negative. It is an unwillingness to accept second best or good enough. Passion confidently pits you against your toughest critic, you. Believe in you, what you do, who you are, and who you will be. Everyone here is proud of you for graduating. We all have people to thank. People that were a part of our team that helped us to get here. I'm proud to have my family and my friends here. And I know I wouldn't be standing here without their love, support, and guidance. In looking back, I'm sure you all have many people that have been an important part of your success. I want to tell you about a person that was the most important person to me, about someone I am proud of and who was proud of me, someone who was my hero. Someone who took my hand and showed me the way from the time I was a little boy. It's because of my dad that I am here today. My dad was a quiet man, a man of few words. He was very strong in his beliefs and what he stood for. When I was drafted into the NHL when I was 19 years old, he gave me 2 pieces of advice. When you sign your name, sign it so people can read it. You should be very proud of who you are. And when your playing days are over, make sure that they remember you not only as the hockey player, but for the man that you are. It is up to each of us to say, this is who I am. No one else defines your life, only you. Congratulations to everyone here today, and to the class of 2008. I am honored to be a part of your team. Thank you very much.